Welcome to King County at your service. I'm Brooke McConaughey. South King County residents, look out. You're getting a new state-of-the-art recycling and transfer station. It's very high-tech, and the new recycling and transfer station in Algona will make it easier for all of us to recycle and compost.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
We are breaking ground on the new South County Recycling and Transfer Station here in Algona. 70% of the materials going to the landfill every day are recyclable. That's the equivalent to like 100 semis every day going to the landfill filled with recyclable materials. Facilities like this can help us capture and divert some of those materials, keeping them out of the landfill, getting them back into the economy. It's going to allow us to really minimize what might otherwise be associated with a 60-year-old facility. That facility has served its purpose. It was designed in the 60s. It's well beyond its useful life. This community is growing. It's vibrant. And we need to stay in pace with that.
Our state-of-the-art South County Recycling Transfer Station will offer convenient services for households and businesses to recycle materials, compost yard waste, and dispose hazardous waste. It will feature a solar array that will provide nearly half the energy needed to operate the station, as well as charging stations for electric vehicles, drought-tolerant landscapes, road improvements, stormwater management, and habitat enhancements.
You know, King County's always been on the cutting edge of recycling, and this center is going to be on the cutting edge of technology, not just for this region, but for the country. This is a great day for South King County because we're going to have a state-of-the-art recycling center, but more importantly, we're going to have a lot of jobs. Recycling rocks.
How can we prevent crime and gun violence in our communities? Well, meet detectives Carlos Marquez and Daniel McCreary. They work in Burion's Crime Reduction Unit, and they're partnering with the community to keep the streets safe.
Where'd you stash that pipe at?
It's just in there.
Did you toss it? It's not gonna burn the tent down, is it? No, I'm not gonna leave and let you keep smoking that and end up overdosing here. Okay. All right, man. Do you need anything from us?
No, I'm fine.
All right.
Hello, I'm Under Sheriff Jesse Anderson with the King County Sheriff's Office. Today, I'm at the Burien Precinct with our detectives Carlos Marquez and Dan McCreary, who work in the Burien Crime Reduction Unit. And they're here to tell us about the work that they do.
My partner, do you have an ID on you?
No.
That's the registration? All right, cool. Do you need any help from us?
I'm Detective Daniel McCreary. I work for the Burien Crime Reduction Unit.
I'm Carlos Marquez, detective with the Burien Crime Reduction Unit.
So in the Crime Reduction Unit, we're not tied to the radio specifically. We get to go out and proactively patrol. We target high crime areas. Check on this guy real quick. We set up emphasis for open air drug usage, for shoplifts. We coordinate with local businesses, figure out exactly what's going on, what crimes they're having issues with. And in the morning, that's Detective Marquez and I's first stops. We make the rounds in downtown Burien. We look for trespassers, open air drug usage, and we try and target that.
I actually started out as a court clerk in the city of Issaquah. I was filing paperwork, trying to make use of my criminal justice degree.
How you been? Haven't seen you in like months, bro.
I like talking with people, and so my boss actually pushed me out, saw that there was a community service officer opening here in the city of Burien. After a year of working here, I saw that I wanted to become a cop, and with the help of a lot of people that work here, I was able to do that and became a cop soon afterwards.
Well, it's good seeing you, man.
Yeah, you too.
Stay dry, bro.
Reducing gun violence is very important to me. I lateraled here from the city of New Orleans, which is historically a very high gun violent city, and I experienced that firsthand, and I don't want to see that happen here.
We're constantly out there. Every single day is a different day. I think that's why I like my job so much, because really we have no set plan. It's just being out there and being involved.
There might be a transaction going on at the parking lot. I'm going to park by green and smart and we'll walk around.
All right, I'm by 146 and 4th, so it's raining.
We have spots that historically we've been lucky finding crime in progress. We actually have a heat map that the crime analysis team put together. And each month it gets updated with hotspots of calls for service. And Detective Marquez and I, we try and hit those areas to change those hotspots around and hopefully get rid of them. All right, I'm on foot by the dentistry. They're definitely doing something over there.
We're able to spend a whole lot more time than what a regular patrol deputy would be able to here in the city of Burien.
All right, I'm gonna make contact on foot.
All right, I'm driving up. What's your first name again?
Where'd you stash that pipe at?
It's just in there.
Well, it was in your hand and now I'm not seeing it.
We've been working together for about a year. It's been very easy. When we show up to calls, he knows what I'm planning on doing. I know what he's planning on doing. I think that's important for a unit, especially being a unit of 2. You got to know what he's thinking, and he has to know what I'm thinking for us to be able to accomplish a lot of our goals that we have for this unit.
I'm gonna take the pipe, okay, and I'm gonna take the foil, because I'm not gonna leave and let you keep smoking that and end up overdosing here. Okay.
All right.
Can you go ahead and grab it for me? Because I don't want to.
Yeah.
And you said you don't even know what you were smoking? If I test it, what's it going to come back to?
I have no idea.
Jeez, dude, you can't be just smoking
I'm trying
anything
to
that people
deceive
give
our
you. Are
place,
you trying to die?
No.
Hand me that Ziploc baggie as well.
Okay.
All right, man. Do you need anything from us?
No, I'm fine.
All right. So the crime reduction unit is important to the community because we're not necessarily reactive. We don't have to wait on 911 calls. We're proactive. We can go and look for the crimes in progress. We meet with the community members. We meet with businesses. We have the time to develop plans to target that crime.
I think our unit is important for the residents here because they're able to see us. If it's not something that's 911 worthy at that time, we're able to go out there, investigate, and make sure that we can put a stop to it before it becomes a big issue.
The Burien Crime Reduction Unit is involved in reducing crime in Burien, but not just the direct crime itself that they're making arrest on. They're working with homeless folks in the Burien area who are in need and getting them aligned with services so we can help them out and get them back on their feet.
Shake and bake.
Shut up.
The Cedar River is one of the most scenic rivers in the country. Now, a restoration project by King County's Water and Land Resources Division has restored a nearly mile-long segment of the Cedar River. Good news for people and even better news for salmon.
We're at the Riverbend project site on the Cedar River, right outside of Maple Valley. It's a major floodplain area that is still home to native runs of Chinook and coho salmon, plus sockeye salmon.
Salmon in this system have a pretty difficult journey. They have to go through the Ballard Locks, through Lake Washington, and come into the Cedar River. And they spawn all throughout this area, upstream and downstream.
The site used to be home to a mobile home park. In 1990, we saw a very large storm that came through and it eroded the bank underneath the structures themselves. It's possible that entire homes could have been washed into the river before anyone had a chance to repair it. We worked with the flood control district to help the residents find better homes in safer places. What we've heard is that people felt respected. They also didn't have to worry about what would happen in a big flood event.
What we know is that when you have a river confined and straightened, those velocities get really high. By opening this area up and slowing those flood flows down, we're helping reduce risk for residents and restoring salmon populations.
The intent of this project was to reset more natural conditions in the river.
Fish, if they're able to stay in the freshwater environment, in these side channels and in the river until they're bigger, they have a better chance of surviving once they get out to the lake and to Puget Sound.
The Chinook salmon are the main food source for southern resident orca whales. After less than a year, fish are readily using the site, are seeking the site out. To see it finished, to see what it looks like on the ground is really exciting, and it'll be beneficial for many years to come to both salmon and the community.
White Center is sometimes called a second international district here in King County. It's a place where different customs and cultures are embraced and celebrated, including Cambodian New Year's.
You know, I refer to White Center as the other international district. It has this really rich history of folks have come throughout the years to transition into other parts of King County. We are here today celebrating Cambodian New Year.
The Cambodian community here in Seattle, it's rather large. I think we're in the top 3 in the country of Khmer communities. So you get a big gathering here, and it's always a big deal. We get started here very early in the morning. The first programming that we have for our event is for the monk's blessing, and in Cambodian it's called a rabat, which means that patrons, fellow Buddhists, can come and offer food to the monks that give the blessing. And the monks, they have a tradition, or I guess a routine, of they cannot eat past a certain time, so that's why we have it early in the morning. Then we go into the first performance, which is like a blessing dance, which is traditional of a lot of Cambodian events. There's a lot of traditional dances. A lot of the dances have to do with either folk life in Cambodia or mythical life in Cambodia.
I think that's a big thing, is kind of preserving our culture, because like there's a lot of things, like as a younger generation, like, you know, people forget a lot of things. Like my parents didn't even teach me to speak Khmer that much as we grew up, because we made me successful living in America. Having these things to like showcase like our culture with our dance or food, and that like, yeah, do what you want, have what you want, and like even bring your little dogs dressed in Khmer outfits. We are here.
As a Pacific Islander and a BIPOC leader, it's really important to support different cultures and to learn from each other, and to continue to support the amazing work that happens as a result of the leadership of the Cambodian community.
Did you know that the Marshall Islands were once ground zero for U.S. atomic testing? Today, Marshallese citizens still struggle to access health care, but a King County organization called Pika-Wa helps Pacific Islanders get the services they need.
The Marshall Islands, it's where they did all the testing of the atomic bombs. 67 bombs were tested on our small islands. You know, a lot of our people say they're nomads because now they don't have their islands anymore. Marshallese citizens, they can come in and out to America and with a passport. But when we come here, there's all the barriers of not getting the medical insurance that we need. Somebody said you can come in and out of America so easily, but you just can't join the party. I just want to be wherever I can help our people, and Pika has been there to help everybody. We are in Federal Way, and we serve all the Pacific Islanders.
Every Friday, we like to invite our elders. We just wanted to bring them together and have fun with them.
They come in and they have breakfast, they socialize.
You know, us Islanders, it could be pretty scary coming to a new place, because back at home it's pretty simple and everybody's really close, but then here it's a big area, a lot of people, a lot of different people. So my job is to assist them as much as I can. If we have the resources, we go ahead and give it to them, but if we don't, we'll figure out the resources out there and try to refer them.
Our Marshallese folks, you know, there's trust issues going around with everything that's happened to them. There is times that it's so frustrating that appointments were set again and again, end up losing 2 patients because, you know, as they're still trying to figure out their medical situation. So it gets kind of emotional sometimes. Medical aid, housing, you know, transportation, whatever they're needing, we try to find resources. And that's why I love working here, is because there's help. Even though we go through a lot, you know, it's been said before that we're resilient, and we're grateful.
King County has a new customer service center. It's a one-stop shop for many of the county's most requested services. Plus, you can make a reservation ahead of time, so you don't have to wait.
Need to renew your tabs? Pay your property taxes? Get a pet license? Or apply for a job? Now you can come here. King County's new Customer Service Center at King Street Center.
Hi there. I was wondering if you could help me get my tab.
We've built a more welcoming and inclusive space that brings together our most requested services under one roof.
If you needed to get a license for your pet, you can do that here. If you needed to pay new property taxes, you can do that here. They also do the senior exemptions from the assessor's office. If you needed to get a birth certificate, you can do that here. We even have the rideshare program located in this location as well. All of those exciting services are now located in one space down here at King Street Center.
And now you can sign up in advance, so you don't have to wait in line.
One of the innovations we have here at the King County Customer Service Center is the new QList system, which allows people to either go online, come here to the Customer Service Center, or they can download the QList smartphone app from any app store and get in line or make an appointment, and then they don't have to wait here quite as long to actually get service.
You can get here by bus, by light rail, by commuter rail. Heck, you can even come here by car still.
How can I help you today?
Hi, I'm here to pick up my car. It's a team of really great people that are here just to service the customer. So it's really like a personalized service provider for anyone who walks in through those doors. I think this is a really great opportunity to really serve our customer in a meaningful way. And it's a really unique chance to be able to make sure that we are being accessible and equitable and providing friendly service to our customers.
Thanks for joining us for King County at your service. Visit us online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. See you next time.